First of all, a villain arc. It's time for a victory arc. How are we going to get through a victory arc? Through force maxing. What is force maxing? What is a victory arc? That's a great question. We're going to use both of those to go through CaesarCore. And these three things are the new dark triad of the next man, the next evolution of man, masculine men. All right, right off the bat, what is a victory arc? It sounds badass, but what is it? It's the non-reactive version of a villain arc. It comes from the same place, and you're about to do the same thing, but you're going to do it for a completely different reason. It's an intention triggered by the self, not somebody else. It's a response, not a reaction to somebody hurting us or going through pain or getting upset and having to change ourselves and upgrade ourselves. It's still coming from that place of hurt, that place of anger, that place of brokenness where we're motivated to get up and do something, but instead of becoming a villain, instead of doing it for ourselves, instead of being butthurt and mad and man, I'm gonna go work out as hard as I can. No, we're gonna leave that shit back in 2025. We're gonna step it the fuck up and become men, and we're gonna go through a victory arc. All right, let's break this down a little bit more. Outcomes-based goal achievement. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna go work out as hard as I can. No, it's like I'm going to achieve this certain outcome, achieve this certain metric by any means necessary. Whether that means getting a nice body, getting that six pack, losing that 20% body fat, getting down to 10% body fat, whatever. Being able to do your first pull up, whatever. You're going to set that goal, set that intention. It's going to be your doing, going out there and doing it. You're not going to be propelled by an emotion that somebody else evoked inside of you. You're going to allow that emotion to flow through you, and you're going to intentionally set out on a victory arc. How do we do this? We leverage one win to propel us into another win, into another win, into another win. So for example, from my life, things that I've noticed in my life is like, for example, I lost a lot of weight. And then because I lost that weight, I got confident. And so I started getting more confident going into the gym and lifting heavier and lifting more. And I was getting more attention from girls. So I wanted to spend more time in the gym. So my first victory was losing weight. Second victory was because I lost the weight, I was able to build a physique. Third victory was because I built this physique and lost the weight. People started recommending that I start a YouTube channel. So I started a YouTube channel. Boom, here we are, right? So I go from just not wanting to be a loser in college by being overweight, lose the weight, build a physique, put on 30 pounds of muscle in, the following year and a half, chisel down to like 8% body fat after losing 120 pounds, and then starting this YouTube channel and inspiring thousands of you guys to do something similar. So that is an example of a victory arc, okay? And so where was I coming from through that victory arc? Well, essentially it started off as like a winner arc or a villain arc, right? Where I was butthurt, I got hurt, emotional, whatever. It's like, oh, time to step up, time to change. That actually happened like after I had consciously decided to lose weight. So I went out on a little victory arc. Through the victory arc, I became a villain, went through the villain arc. That propelled me even further through my victory arc. So I started losing weight even more, or I started putting on muscle even more, like trying to focus on really putting on muscle, more muscle, because I was so butthurt. But then that propelled me into YouTube, right? And then because of that, I was able to have more confidence in helping others and teaching others how to get fit and lose weight. And because of that, I started a personal training business. And because I started a personal training business, I was confident in my skills and my experience. I was able to scale that business to, multiple six figures really easily. And so that's a victory arc. Now let's talk about Forcemaxxing. What is Forcemaxxing? And I've defined Forcemaxxing as forcing yourself to achieve a certain outcome by any means necessary by giving up or sacrificing the good for the great. Let's break this down a little bit further. Essentially, Forcemaxxing doesn't rely on willpower, motivation, or having a high IQ, being smart and being able to achieve something. Forcemaxxing is a method which anybody on earth can deploy to achieve a certain outcome in any field, in any, whatever you want to make it an outcome in. It is the inverse of an IQ, right? So like having a high IQ means you're able to look at all the tools around you and quickly process how you can use those tools to leverage those tools in order to land yourself into a favorable outcome, whether that's financial or fitness and whatnot. Forcemaxxing is like the initial trigger to retard maxing. So what is retard maxing? It just means don't think, just do, right? But what happens when you can't pull yourself out of that, that overthinking or procrastination or analysis paralysis? What if you understand what to do, how to retard max, but you just can't get yourself to do it? Force max it. Force max it, which means force max your way into retard maxing. So it's the initial trigger. It's where you just say, you know what, I'm fucking done with this. And you go into your cupboard and you crunch up every last chip, every last cookie. You dump all the sugar, all the sodas that you have in your house. You dump it all down the drain. You force yourself into a totally new lifestyle. You force it, which means manipulate your environment. That's an example of manipulating your environment. If you're just not liking where you're at with your career and you just don't know what you're doing, like you feel like you're getting stuck against a wall, like move cities. Like, how scary does that sound to you? Good. Force it. Make it happen. Like, force yourself into a different city, into a different family, into a different friend group, into a different job, into a different career, into a different whatever you need to achieve the outcome that you've defined. And this idea came from Tony Robbins' idea of, if you want to conquer the island, you have to burn the boats. What does that mean, essentially? Is, let's say you and I, we're conquistadors, right? We are conquistadors. We find the island, we like island, we want to take island. This is my island now, right? You want to go up to the island, you want to conquer the island, but there's a bunch of, natives on the island. They're throwing spears at you and stuff, right? Well, if you want your men to be able to take over the island and conquer the island without having any second guessing or any plan B, there's no turning back. You burn the boats. If you want to take over the island, burn the boats, make your men conquer the island, or you're all going to die. That's just how it is. So force it. Force a win. You want the win? Force it. All right. Now we're into the last and final part of this, which is CaesarCore. I got a kick out of this when I thought of this because, man, is it great. So essentially, we're about to go through a victory arc by force maxing our way through victory after victory after victory. CaesarCore is eventually the amalgamation of both of these things, all three of these things, which is what I write down. Using force maxing to force a victory arc through domination, through righteous domination, not wicked domination, not like I'm going to end the whole world domination, but by righteous domination. I'm going to take it because I'm competent enough to take it. You have to understand that Caesar is the monkey that changed the world. Ape strong together. Ape no kill ape. Ape will rise type shit. CaesarCore is simply a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of taking over the world through quiet, gentle, righteous domination, both in fitness, in your career. When you go into your office, you're the most dominant person in there. When you go up for an interview to this new job, you dominate every other candidate. When you go into the gym, any gym you go into, you're the most dominant motherfucker in there. Wherever you are, be the most dominant motherfucker in the room. But you don't need to go around banging your chest like, what was that one monkey's name? Koba? Nah. We're not like that, all right? That's like angry little boy butthurt type shit. No, we're just going to quietly dominate everything because we can. Because I'd rather dominate than fuck off and be a loser. And it's not, no hard feelings. I know that you would do this to me if you could. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I came up with these three terms, just kind of seeing where we were going as a society, where we're going as, people. And I see the trends in the culture and, kind of what people are looking at and liking and responding to. So I figured these would, make sense. It's like, it's a better outlook on the things that we're already kind of leaning towards. Like, oh, I'm going through my villain arc. Now, how about this? Go through a victory arc. Now it's like, oh, I have to be so high IQ. I have to have, this fitness tech equipment, or like this, this piece of equipment, or I have to have like this program, or I have to do this, like, diet plan. It's like, nah, just force it, force max it. That's going to conclude today's topic. If you guys, I'm going to be hopping on here, going live tonight. If you guys want to hop on, I'm going live every single night to create a hangout for you and me and everyone else, because at nighttime is where, we start to spiral and binge eat and doom scroll and just kind of waste time and energy. Nah, screw that stuff. Come hang out with me tonight live on YouTube and all these other different platforms. And if you want to chat with me, come into the Discord group. You can come in there in the voice chat. You can talk with me, ask me questions, get free coaching, or you can just drop a text message, in the text channel if you want to do that. So anyway, come on, hang out with us, join the Discord. It's going to be down in the description. Like the video, subscribe. I am putting out a new video every single day, Monday through Friday, and going live every night, Monday through Friday. So if you want to be there, be there. Don't be square. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.